Hello, everybody. Who's ready for another episode of Mr. Sanchez Reads? And we're going to continue to read Why We Are Pro-Life by Trent Horn. In yesterday's episode, we found out how a Polaroid camera can help be a good way to explain a developing embryo fetus, which is a human child in development. But let's talk about today, what is a person? Notice that we have not once appealed. Sorry about that. Let me start over. Notice that we have not once appealed to religious doctrine to show that abortion is wrong. Instead, we started with a belief almost every sane person shares. It is wrong to directly kill innocent human beings. We then use science to show that the unborn are innocent human beings, small members of our species. Therefore, abortion is wrong because it directly kills those innocent human beings. At this point, some might reply that perhaps the unborn are biologically human, but they aren't persons. They aren't fully human like people outside of the womb. Okay then, what is the definition of a person? Or, what makes someone fully human? Be careful with your answer, because it may lead to strange and even grotesque consequences. For example, if we were to say that a person is anything that can feel pain, then pests like rats and pigeons would be persons, and killing them would be murder. If a person were anything that can think at a certain complex level, then fetuses definitely won't be persons. But then neither would newborn babies, since even rats are smarter than infants. They can navigate laboratory mazes after all. Maybe a person is just any human being who can feel pain. Now, this is problematic in the first place because it would also exclude people in temporary comas or people under anesthesia. But more importantly, it seems like an arbitrary definition designed to exclude the unborn, who can't feel pain until they're around 20 weeks old. Putting such an additional exclusive condition on who gets basic human rights, you have to be human and feel pain, is no different from past definitions or persons that said you have had to be human and male or human and white. Instead, why can't we say that all humans are persons, or that all humans should be treated equally under the law? I'm just going to check one thing because that was such a short section. We're going to continue. So this is a special two-part video, which means we're going to continue with why don't you know, or what you don't know can still harm you. So like we said, we're going to continue off what we just read, which is the last paragraph was, instead, why can't we say that all humans are persons, or that all humans should be treated equally under the law? But maybe abortion isn't bad for most fetuses because they aren't even aware that they are being aborted. They usually don't feel pain, and they have no conscious sense of being alive. It's true that most fetuses who are aborted don't experience mental or physical hurt from being threatened or killed, like most born people would. However, you can be harmed without being hurt. Someone can violate my rights even if I don't realize what was done to me, and that's wrong. For example, if I steal an inheritance from someone who didn't know it existed, I haven't hurt him in a way he knows about it. He doesn't feel sad about the lost money, but I have harmed him. Or if a doctor sexually fondles an unconscious patient, he hasn't caused her to experience hurt because she didn't feel it and will have no memory of it, but he has harmed her by violating her bodily dignity. And even worse than being deprived of an inheritance or being physically violated, The aborted fetus is deprived of the greatest earthly good of all, life. Rather than basing our definition of personhood or humanity on what something can do or can currently do, it makes more sense to base it on what something is. Even if we can't function rationally yet, such as when we were infants, or have temporarily lost that ability, as we do when we are asleep, or even have permanently lost it through injury or disease, all human beings are still members of a rational kind. And since we remain members of this rational human kind throughout our eternal existence, it follows at every stage of our existence, we are persons who deserve the respect and protection due to us in virtue of what we are, not what we can do. All right. Well, thank you again for joining me for another episode of Mr. Sanchez Reads. Tomorrow, we'll continue with, honestly, one of the bigger arguments that I've heard. My body, my choice. What's Trent Horn going to say to that? Well, we're going to find out tomorrow. But regardless, God bless you all. Please continue to take care, and please keep making the best decision we can make. I'm always praying to God. Please pray for us. We're praying for you. Remember, truth is truth. And God bless you all. And you all have a wonderful night and a wonderful day. Bye-bye.